Well, I'll be. I'm back. I got a new computer. Hello? Yes, it's me. It's been good checks watch 10 years since I've uploaded another tutorial or done anything. I had done some live streams about maybe a month ago or something like that, and it was really fun. And I think we should do some more soon because I got a new computer. I got an audio interface, a really cheap one because I'm cheap, and I'm not sure I'm okay with the sound, to be honest with you. I'm using it right now, so if the sound isn't right, which it probably won't be, but it might be. How do you know? I don't know. But anyway, I'm just gonna use it, and if I like do some weird stereo imaging or like some weird EQing and it just sounds like shit on your ears and it doesn't to me, then that's like obviously a problem. So just let me know, and we'll sort that out. But I think the imaging, there's just something wrong with it, the audio interface, like there's this general sound of it. I think it's just the way, like, I don't know, the stereo nonsense is. And anyway, so as you can see, I already done a lot. This is going to be a progressive house tutorial / progressive trance. It's just going to be progressive, and I'm doing that because people requested it for a very long time. I was going to upload a drum and bass tutorial about like 2 months ago, not going to lie, but I just didn't like how it turned out, and I think I can do some better stuff. So that'll happen for sure. And I want to do some liquid stuff as well, liquid drum and bass / dubstep. But anyway, I've done a lot of producing. I got a lot of tracks on the way. So yeah, we're just catching up here. Sorry if I'm like kind of wasting your time, but hopefully we can do a lot of song structure and stuff like that, because I think progressive, well, I mean, that's the genre is based around the fact that it's a progressive song, or the progression is slow. So I think going over the song structure is pretty important. I'm not going to go like 100% basics. A lot of people want to see like some more advanced stuff. I don't even know if I can do that, so we're going to do a little bit in the middle. So yeah, I'm going to get into some of the sounds that I've made and some of the samples. What am I doing? What's that? I don't know what that is. I already got these chord progressions and all these things set up so that we can start doing some things instead of wasting time making them. But if you guys like it, hopefully I can make another tutorial where we do sound structure or sound creation and things like that. Sound engineering. But anyway, so that's going to be the plan, I suppose. When you guys see this tutorial, you just let me know what you missed or what I missed, and then that you want to see into a full-length thing. So yeah, but I'm going to just do what I do, like I did on the live streams, which you guys have to watch because they're really good, right? So yeah. So this is the kick. It sounds really weird on my headphones, either because it is a weird kick or it just sounds weird to me. And that's the same kick. It's just I just shortened the the tail. That's just for the intro. And a ride goes on top of that. All these additive hi-hats. I think that's the open hi-hat. And there's another one. So yeah, those are my 3 claps. One of them is reversed. It's okay, the reverse clap, okay, is this one. It's just backwards, like, wait, oh. Hear that? I think so anyway. Maybe it's that one backwards. Anyway, it's one of the claps backwards, and it's all stereo image. So the kick, here's the compression. I'll keep that up maybe, so you guys can look at that. And this is the EQing I did on it. I'll probably give you the FLP, but I do like the chord progression in this song, and I don't want everybody stealing it, to be honest, but I'm probably going to let you do it anyway, because I can be nice sometimes. So here's the stereo imaging on the claps. It's basically just the phase offset. It's on pre. Don't know really what the difference is. I just know when the pre is lit up, I can move this thing, and I move it sort of to the right, and it makes it sound like less, so that it's behind you, it sounds like a little bit closer together. I don't know. But yeah, this is the settings for the first clap. I believe it's this one. And yeah, so that's the EQing. It's really bright. I think that's what was important. And I did some reverb stuff as well, and it's quite separated, like, as you can see. And similar thing here on the other one. The other clap is actually separated a lot more. So you can see it's like at 20 milliseconds or something. so it's separated quite a bit, but it's got the same presetting or whatever, and it's panned a little bit, so it's not too like, you know, it's not like hanging on one side. And this one isn't quite as bright, because if it was, then it would just clash with the other clap. But here you can really hear the difference. So maybe I should just erase all this. I'm gonna erase all this. Boom, it's been erased. So here's what the loop sounds like, the drum loop all together. I should probably show you all the things that I kind of did, but it's your basic thing, guys. Don't worry about it. It's the basic 4x4 beat, except, you know, I did some hi-hat adds here, like this one, and like this one, and this one. Basically, that's it. So it's pretty basic. I know a lot of you will want me to go through that, but it's kind of hard because they're all separated into different patterns. But once you got that open hi-hat going, if I just remove like all of these, I think. So I just used the reverse clap right here. That's the reverse. And it's just right here on the second clap. And the second clap actually only hits every like 4 or whatever, or see, like this 1, 2, 3, 4, and it hits on the 2 and the 4. This is the open hi-hat. It keeps going until this bit here where it gets replaced with this one. Just for variation, I guess. And there's just, again, just like the little adds. And I basically just put them in places where everything isn't. So like, as you can see, it's just sort of in a weird spot there, and same here. And it's just to add like a bit more groove. So I'll put those back, maybe. There we go. Okay, so that's fun. We're gonna do the stab bit, because I think it's very important to have stabs in your progressive track, because you hear it a lot. And so anyway, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So this one was the sawtooth basic stab, except it's detuned. I mean, some people don't do that. I did that. I think you can just choose whether you like it or not. If you want to go with that, just know that if it's detuned, it does get separated a lot in the stereo image. So if it's detuned, maybe you might want to have your hi-hats not stereo imaged, or maybe you do anyway. I don't know. You can pick that. But yeah, so that's what the stab sounds like. I might make it from scratch, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. So there's like 2 different styles I think you can go for, like the most basic styles. I think the first one is just having one voice on saw wave on retrig, and you want to go for a low pass filter, and then you want to modulate the envelope thing. Use modulation to with a low decay, and I think a lot of you know what that does. It just brings the cutoff to like, well, this is the end bit, and then it just brings it back down to that. So it kind of just does that very quickly. And it's a pretty good rendition, I know. And you kind of want to find a good balance between using this knob and the decay. And I like to bring the decay down here on the envelope as well. Sometimes you can bring the release up as well. You can bring drive up if you want, distort it if you want as well. Add a little decimate. Very light. It's quite good though, and you can do some chorus. You can do a lot of cool stuff with this. Some people like to just have it not like that, but almost something like that, and then it's just like, it's not really stabby, it's just like this basic sawtooth thing. You can also have the same thing, except by bandpass, right? That's obviously too high, so we're gonna bring that down. We'll do the master. Maybe do 12 dB. Maybe I should bring up a chord progression. This is, I made like 10 chord progressions. By 10 I mean like 3. I made about 3. So, wait, let me show you this one. And this bit kind of keeps going, so there we go. Wait, well that's on the one that yeah, it sounds pretty good actually. But I meant to show you on this one. Oh yeah, that's see, that's a problem. You want the polyphony to be more than 3 because we're gonna hit more than 3 notes at once. So I just crank it up to 16. I love that chord so much. I think a lot of you might know that. I use it a lot. I love it. I've always loved it. Don't steal it, please, even though a lot of people do use it anyway. So yeah, just some chord progressions that I've made in preparation to the tutorial. And yeah, so we're already on like 11 minutes. That's not okay. We got to keep moving. I know this is a progressive house, so it's probably gonna be long. It's gonna be a long tutorial anyway, really. But yeah, I would recommend just using the low pass filter though when you're doing this. I think it just sounds better in general. Sounds more appropriate. But yeah, so what I did with the stab that I'm using, actually before I show you that, I just don't forget to add delay, please. I think it sounds really good with the delay with it. I'm not sure why. It just adds a lot more groove, and it does fill up a lot of space, and I think I would forget using it, and I noticed the big difference when I brought it back. So you want to find a good time. I think quarter T, I think that's what it does. I think that's what, or is it, I think that's what it, yeah, 1/8D. I think that's what we need. That's what we want. You can choose how loud you want the delay. I would recommend having it loud enough so they can hear it in the full mix. I think that's a really good idea, in my opinion. But yeah, and reverb as well. I don't know, to me it's just really important. It does fill up a lot of space. And again, you can do that distorting thing I just talked about. And it adds a lot of character, so I would recommend doing that. So there you go. But what I did was I used 4 voices, but I think I did it again here as well. I did 4 voices, sawtooth. I would recommend using the sawtooth. You can definitely experiment with different waveforms, but generally the sawtooth. And then you detune it, and I detuned it in 2 different, like, I don't know, like intensities or whatever. But this is like 4, and this is about 3.5. And it does separate in the stereo image a lot, as you could probably hear there. So, and it turned into this. And I love it, but all the effects are actually done on the mixer. I did do some stereo imaging here anyway. I don't know why I did it, but I did it. And did some reverb stuff. This is Karma Reverb, free, so it shouldn't be any problem for you to go get it. So Karma, look that up. And the delay, same thing we just saw on the Silent one. And don't forget sidechain. That is like so important. If you don't do sidechaining, then you're bad, pretty much. I mean, I just think it's necessary really with the kick. You got to sidechain. Look, see, if I go on my kick, everything is basically being sidechained. Mostly differently though. It's not all the same like formula. So yeah, that's what it is here. It's like 1/4 and a really low threshold, and yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's get into some different stuff, some different song structure stuff. It's been 15 minutes. I think we're good. I did do some bass stuff, just general sub, pad. I did a tutorial on that, and a really nice lead that I learned how to do not too long ago, and I love it. The technique, the trick is in the pitch. It's like what is it? Vibrato. You need to have that. I think it helps. So yeah, there you go. Now this is like the song structure I have sort of set up for the track. It's not really concrete anyway, but we're gonna kind of go with it for now. So it starts off really light for like 8 bars, then 8 bars, the last 8 bars it adds the open hi-hat, because that's not really a big change. And then after 16 bars, which I think is the kind of classic sort of progressive I don't know, time frame like that you kind of go by. After 16 bars, I go into the new sort of, basically everything comes together, and I have the full kick there as well, so you'll hear it. But yeah, you want to do everything sort of around the 16 bar time frame, like, you know what I mean, keep it going, but don't drag it on too long. So 8 to 16 bars, I would say. Instrumental change 8 to 16, and like 32 to 64 bars would be like a more structural change within the overall track. So here we go. Anyway, you get the idea. Does that kick sound weird? It does to me. I don't know why. But anyway. Okay, so we can work with that. I'm sure a lot of you heard like, oh, this should have been added, and like the additives and stuff. Totally agree. I had all these different things happening in my head, but I think that's a really good thing to start off with. So I can leave you guys with that, and you guys can build upon it. But yeah, just help you guys sort of progress. That's okay. All right, let's, now I showed you that chord progression that I did, this one, the full one. It's really nice. I don't know exactly how I'm going to use it. I might use it as a full track, so keep that in mind before you plagiarize. And I'm just kidding, but yeah, I think I might actually use it. Not sure yet, but there's a few things I want to show you when it comes to like the intros and the chord progression of your track, because that's very important in my opinion. So we're going to start with this, okay? So let's say this is our full chord progression, right? So let's say you're making this chord progression and you're like, oh, I like that, and you have to make an entire track out of it. What I like to do, and I don't know if this is the right thing, but I just like, I take parts of it. So here we are, we got our whale of a chord progression, and I take the knife and I just sort of slice it up pretty much, and I slice up certain chords, and I know that this is the A minor chord. That's the first one, A minor, and then this is a weird one, and I think this is C here, and then this is the F that I love, the F chord here, that the good one. So I can take, let's say, the A minor and the F, because I know that will work. So A minor, F, and we can start the track with that, and then we can bring the F over later. And the way it works in my eyes is you got the basic stabby thing. The stabby thing like this, that's so common, but I think it works. I'm going to go over some other stuff though, that's like different rhythms, but this is the basic sort of, you can roll with this. You can get people to like dance for this, to this for hours, I think, especially if they're on a lot of drugs. So if you have this progression, the way it works to me, it's like you continue playing it for the intro, and then you bring the next thing in, or you can do it so it's like 1, 2, 3, and then you have like something like this, right? So something, I know that's not really the best example, but I'm trying to show you the rhythm or the way it's structured. So it's like 1, 2, 3, and then the 4, it's different pretty much. You know what I mean? Like you got the main thing that people hold on to, and then you switch it over on the 4th, or you can do it on the 8th. You know what I mean? So it'd be like the same thing all over here, and then on the 8th, it's different. You know what I mean? And you kind of do that for a while, and then eventually it sort of deconstructs, and then there's a breakdown, and that does that for a while, and then, I don't know, like, the way you want to structure the track is up to you, but I think that's sort of how I like to think of it. So, yeah, we can start the track like this. I forgot to bloody tell you, there's a filter cutoff envelope here, as you can see, the automation clip. That's the master cutoff here. So even though there is a modulation, you still can use that cutoff. So here's what it sounds like, I guess. That's all it is. I'm just automating it, like, so that it's coming in pretty quiet, and then it goes up, and then it comes back down when it changes, and it kind of keeps on doing that. I think that's very important as well. You bring it up, get people excited, and then you bring it back down, and you just do that for a while, and then you'll know when to switch it over to the breakdown. But I think after 49 bars, you should probably be thinking about like deconstructing. So let's do that. Maybe. We already been doing this for 21 minutes. Can you guys see the thing? Anyway, maybe not. It might be invisible to you. All right. All right, so that was good. I mean, it kind of did sort of switch over from A minor to F, a little bit weird like that, but yeah, you guys can go with that, right? I was thinking you can either decide to switch it over to the F chord there, but then you could also just do it right here. I think that make more sense, because then you're just randomly switching. But it's just so you guys get the idea, really, because we don't have much time. It's hard to go through everything in like a half hour or something. So I'm going to show you how you could also like keep progressing. Let's say we've been doing this for like an hour, and then like the song's still playing. What you should do, in my opinion, this is what I like to do, is you go F, right? And then on the 4, you do like a couple of other chords. Coincidentally, I do have the 2 chords that I want, the A minor, and the G. So just listen to that. So yeah, I actually love the way the middle notes here change. That sounds really good. But so we're gonna take that, and we're just gonna put it here, kind of like this, and we might have to go in closer. This just saves me time and effort from making a bunch of different patterns, basically, to like cut up the notes, you know what I mean, for the main chord progression. So we're just basically slicing up the main progression, and we're making our own entirely new progression with it. So you see you got 1, 2, 3, and then the 4 it changes. So F, 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 A, G, and then you can just do that forever, or you could just do F, F, F like 7 times, and then on the 8 it changes. So, or you could do F, 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 something entirely different, F, 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 A, G. Like, it sounds pretty simple, but it's totally catchy. I mean, it works. So here's what that would sound like. And again, this would be like the intro. So just keep that in mind. We might not even be able to go into other stuff, but hopefully I can make a second part where we can. So here we go. It's going to get repetitive. I know it's progressive, but it's going to get repetitive. So it's good to, like, now that I listen to it, I think it should go F, 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 A, G, F, 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 like A, E, maybe? Something like that. Or just something different. So let's see. We can refer to our main chord progression, or we can just make up a new pattern and use that. But I think it'd be a good idea to just use the this progression for now, because we don't have much time to like make an entirely new pattern. Okay, so let me see. I think this is the. Oh, I don't think that's gonna. Is that gonna sound okay? I mean, it sounds all right, but it kind of goes from low to high. You know what I mean? I think this is the C, and this might be okay. And literally just go crazy with this, you know, just use your imagination. So the slicing, I mean. So. But yeah, that sounds okay, right? So that's something you guys could look into or consider when you're doing your intro. I would recommend having another lead like this thing. Just bloody have that going, right? I'm saying bloody now, and I say fade that in basically. So we're gonna do this cutoff thing. We're gonna bring it in. So last tweaked, and then create automation clip, and then this is going to be a way for you to bring in the next part of the track. So if you're just playing the chord progression stabs, it's going to get boring. So I think what you should do is have some rises, have some additives and stuff like that. This would kind of count, because you can use this saw here to bring you into the breakdown. Because this saw might or might not, I mean, I don't know, but it might also be the main part of your breakdown, or like the main melody of the breakdown. So by kind of foreshadowing it in a way, you know, like you're going to give the crowd something to expect. So you're bringing it in really, really early. Most people might not even hear it, which is funny, but you know, they're going to subconsciously know it's there, and then it's not going to be really abrupt when you get to the breakdown. You know what I mean? Because you can just kind of keep on having this saw doing its thing, and then have other stuff like a piano or just bloody anything really. So it's all about bloody nowadays with me. So here we go. I don't know exactly when we're going to break down, but if I like have it go back to its regular cutoff to like here, maybe we'll go with that for now. So let's get you to listen to this. Wow, that actually sounded much better than I was gonna expect. I really like that. I like that pause. I'm gonna do that. All right. So now that you guys know it sounds pretty good, don't take it. I might actually finish it. Okay. I'm serious. So respect. Okay. Give me some respect. Yeah, but I might actually finish this track. So, you know. Anyway. But oh my god, I totally forgot that the automation clip was gonna go down, back down or whatever. So when the saw just kind of took over, you know what I mean? Oh, got the feels, man. I'm not gonna lie, I got the feels. But that's all it is. And I say that's all it is. It's not what all it is. There's a lot little details that I didn't go into. If you guys are wondering, actually I already showed you this, the saw. All right, that's the saw. That's the pad. We didn't do any pad work at all. We didn't do any bass work at all either. I think you can decide what kind of bass rhythm you want. I think for a chill track like this, the bass rhythm would be what I have here. So it's not offbeat, but well, it is. It's totally offbeat. But as you can see, there's like almost a trip thing here going on. So you'll hear it. Something like that, but go crazy, really. Like, you want to have more than one bass. I don't know, but just like little things that will fill it out a bit, because it's just kind of bland right now. Anyway, you get the idea. So just things like that. You might hear like even the bass has some echo. I'm doing a lot of that stuff now, and I think it really fills out the track. So definitely do that. So there's one more thing I want to show you if you guys are still going to stick around. Just a different rhythm. Okay, I'm going to save this and save, and then save as new version. All right, so we're going to do another thing. Okay, and it's going to use the same structure. It's just going to be a different rhythm, because I want to go into more rhythmic stuff. Okay, because this isn't the most rhythmic thing in the world, and I don't know, it is, but it's in the bass. But I want to do something that's more like in the stab. Okay, so there's the stabby stab, okay, but then there's this stab where it's kind of cutting out, sort of. So it's just separated with one step every thing, and you can go crazy with this as well. And a lot of it sounds like this. This is probably the most common one you could come up with. So, and it's used a lot in trance, progressive. I mean, so here we go. So already the sound of the track, you know, it's going to be a good one. It sounds fun. It sounds like a fun track. It's a major chord, as you could probably hear. So it's going to be in major. And, oops. And I'm really excited today. Don't know why. Guys notice that? Same exact thing, though, when you're doing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then 8. Or basically what we're doing over there where I deleted. But so it could be something like this. You can change the chord, but what I want to do is do like a 1, 2, 3, 4 loop, but it's a rhythmic change instead of a notation sort of change. So here we go. So that totally works, okay? But like I said, I want to do a rhythmic change. So again, you can go crazy with this stuff. So that's what I was going to show you. It's you're switching from having this and that's literally all it is. Don't know if you can hear that. My mom is mowing the lawn. I was supposed to do that, Mom. What are you doing? Yeah, I probably gotta finish the tutorial here soon. Alright, well, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll just keep going. Alright, so I don't know if you saw that, but it was the rhythmic change. So you got this thing, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. That's all it is, literally. But you can go crazy, like I said, with it, and add a bunch of other stuff on top of it. So here we go. Wait, I'm gonna do the full beat. And then basically take it from there. It's up to you. You can do other sort of rhythms, grooves, something like this maybe. So yeah, there you go. Just, you know, fill out the blanks, be creative, I suppose, if you can do that. And yeah, so hopefully I can get into more stuff like this later on. You might have guessed that I'm familiar with this stuff to some degree compared to my other tutorials, right? But yeah, I was happy I was able to do this for you guys, and hopefully I can keep going, like make like the breakdown or something like that. I'm working on a progressive trance track at the moment, so you might have guessed that I've improved on progressive stuff, which is why I kind of agreed to make the tutorial. Also did a liquid drum and bass thing. You want to hear? And I'm showing it off because I'm proud of it. So yeah, if you want to leave, then go away. But I am going to play this. So you ready? Here we go.